Hi, Tim. Welcome to another lecture in sequences and series. So we are looking at now, going to look at the sequences. So let's look at examples. Example one, for the sequence 25, 22, 19, 16 dot, find a formula for the nth term. So find the formula for the nth term, and B, sum of the first 20 terms. Sum of the first 20 terms. So the first thing we do is to find the common difference. That's the first thing to do. We have to determine the common difference. So you first determine the common difference. Common difference is simply equal to the common difference is simply equal to term 2 minus term 1. So the second term subtract the first term. So if you look at the second term here, it's 22. We are subtracting 25. So the common difference there is negative 3. What does it mean? This means that they are subtracting 3 to get the second number. So 25 subtract 3, you get 22. 22 subtract 3, you get 19. 19 subtract 3, you get 16. So now, first questionnaire says, find the formula for the nth term. So the formula for the nth term, A, it's Tn, it's equal to A plus n minus 1 multiplied by the difference. So what you need to take note is that A is the value of the first term. A is the value of the first term. Value of the first term, which is what? 25. Which is 25. D, we found a negative what? A negative 3. So what we need to do here now is to plug in the values. So Tn is equal to 25 plus n minus 1 multiplied by negative 3. So our Tn will be equal to 25 plus negative 3 times n. That will be negative 3n. Negative 3 times 1, that will be positive 3. When we reach this stage now, we say Tn is equal to 25 minus 3n plus 3. So here we put like terms together. It will be Tn will be equal to 25 plus 3 minus 3n. And our Tn will be equal to 28 minus 3n. This is the formula for the nth term. Then B, we are taught to find the sum of the first 20 terms. To find the sum of the first 20 terms. So to find the sum of the first 20 terms, you use the formula. So B says sum of the first 20 terms. The formula is simply Sn is equal to n over 2 multiplied by 2a plus n minus 1 multiplied by d, which is the difference. So we need to take note that a is the first term, and the first term here is what? The first term is 25. So a is equal to 25, and d is equal to, we found negative 3, yeah? And the value of n, that's the nth term. The value of n here is 20. So we say S20 will be equal to 20 divided 2 multiplied by 2 times the first term, which is 25, multiplied by n is simply 20 minus 1 multiplied by negative 3. So what we're going to have here is 20 will be equal to 2 into 20, we get a 10. 2 times 25, we have a 50. So to be 50 plus 20 minus 1, we get 19 multiplied by negative 3. So when we reach this stage, now, we have to multiply 19 times negative 3. So 19 times negative 3, we get negative 57. So we're going to have 10 multiplied by 50. 19 times negative 3, we get negative 57. So be 10 multiplied by 50 minus 57, we get negative 7. Negative 7 times 10, we are going to get negative 70. That's negative 70. So that's the first question. Then the second question says for the sequence for the sequence 11, 13, 15, 17, find the 13th term. So find the A, that's 13th term. Then B says if the arithmetic mean, if the arithmetic mean of 5 and C is 11, what is the value of C? What is the value of C? So the first question says to determine the 13th term. We should find the 13th term. So before we find the 13th term, we have to find the common difference. So we first find the common difference. Common difference will be equal to the second term minus the first term. So which will be our second term here is 13, subtract the first term, which is 11. When we subtract there, what we're going to have, it's a 2. So 2 is the common difference. So the formula for the 13th term, we have Tn is equal to A plus n minus 1 multiplied by the difference. So we all know that A is the first term, which is 11, and n in this case is 13, and d, we found a 2. So this means that we're going to have T13 will be equal to the value of A, which is 11, plus n, that's 13 minus 1, multiplied by 2. So T13 will be equal to 11 plus 12 multiplied by 2. So T13 will be equal to 11 plus 12 times 2 will get 24. So if you add the two, T13 will give us 35. Then B, we are told that if the arithmetic mean of 5 and C is 11, what is the value of C? So you have to take note that to find the average of two values, so for B, to find the average of two values, so we add both values and divide by 2. So I will say 5 plus C over 2 will be equal to 11. So here we cross multiply. We cross multiply. When we cross multiply, it will be 5 plus C should give us 2 times 11. So 5 plus C will give us 22. To find C, 5 goes the other side. So C will be equal to 22, subtract 5. Hence, the value of C will give us 17. Then question 3. Question 3 says the first 3 terms in an arithmetic progression are 5, 7, and 9. Find the a common difference. B, we find the sum of the first 12 terms. The first 12 tens. So common difference is equal to the second term minus the first term. So second term in this case, remember we're given 5, 7, 9. So the second term is 7. The first term is 5. What we're going to get is a 2. So the common difference here is the 2. Then for B, we are told to find the sum of the first 12 terms. So sum of the first 12 terms, which is so sum of 12, which is n, will be equal to 12 divided 2, which is n, multiplied by 2a plus n minus 1 multiplied by the difference. So n will be equal to 12. N will be equal to 12. And a is the first term, which is a 5. And d is the common difference we found, which is a 2. So S12 will be equal to 12 divided 2. That is 12 divided 2 multiplied by 2 times the first term, which is 5, plus 12 minus 1 multiplied by d, which is a 2. So S12 will be equal to 2 into 12, we get a 6. 2 times 5, that's a 10, plus 12 minus 1, that's 11 times 2. So 11 times 2, we are going to get 22. So that will be 10 plus 22. So it will be 6 times 10 plus 22, that's 32. So 32 times 6, you are going to get 192. Get 192.